Discuss the fine print of the deal. We have Pankaj Chadha, chairman of Eepc India. Mr. Chadha, thank you so much for joining us. Now, my first question and immediate question to you is, of course, what is your reaction to the deal? And Minister Goyal, in fact, stated that US is slashing reciprocal tariffs from 50 to 18% for Indian engineering goods. For your members who've been struggling to absorb some of these high duties over the last year, what has been their reaction to this piece of news, and how quickly do you expect lost orders to return to Indian factories going forward?
You see, basically, we are the largest exporting council to USA. We have exports of between 20 and 21 billion dollars to the US market. We are, well, luckily, we are still growing at 5% with the tariffs. April to December was $14.65 billion with a 5% growth. Uh, we have two sections. One is the sectoral tariff, which is about $7.5 billion. That is not covered under the India-U.S. BTA. And there is the reciprocal tariff, which is around $13.5 billion, making a total of $21 billion. Now, the $13.5 billion is covered under the reciprocal tariff, and that would drop from 50% to 18%. So it's a huge drop. And actually, if put together, I think we would be the largest single council or the single market that we have. I mean, in the sense, $13.5 billion of products would get a help of drop of duty. So I see definitely in the next 2 months a growth of, I would say, $1 billion in the overall engineering export. So I would be looking at anything between 21 to $22 billion of exports. And next year, I think we should touch $25
Sure,
billion.
sure, sure. Sir,
So
help us understand. The minister has highlighted a $30 trillion market. This deal opens a $30 trillion market. While this is actually a very, like a headline-making number for an average MSME engineering exporter, in a hub like, let's say, Ludhiana or let's say Coimbatore or places like that, what does this really mean and what does this really enable going forward?
well, the 30 trillion number comes out of the US economy. The US economy is a 30 trillion economy. So we have got entry into a 30 trillion economy on terms which are at least not the lowest, but definitely lower than all our nearby neighbors. So as you can see, the rest are around 19, 20%, and we are at 18%. So naturally, we have an edge. And definitely, I think from a point of view that if you look at what items, I think everything under the reciprocal tariff, which is chapter 86, 87, we are talking of machinery, electrical machinery, we are talking industrial machinery, we are talking so many items where we feel that we would have an upper edge with our competitors and competing nations, and we should be able to do an extremely good job. So we are also hopeful that some of the Section 232 items like auto parts, which are included in this and said that they would be given a tariff-related quota and a preferential duty. So those items would also come down a lot. And we have some items in aircraft and aircraft parts also, which though under Section 232 have been removed from the duty. So all in all, we have quite a lot of items which have
This actually
very
means, sir, does this actually mean the era of Section 232 and the uncertainty that comes with it is finally over, finally behind us for the Indian engineering sector? Or still there is, like probably this is like a temporary truce?
no, the Section 232 is not covered under BTA. So chapter 72, 73, 76, steel, products of steel, aluminium, and then auto chapter are certainly out of the BTA. So they are not covered. Only the part is the auto components part is what we are talking of Section 232, which some part of it would get exclusion and get into the reciprocal tariff of 18%. The rest are still at 50%, and that is roughly about $7.5 billion. So Section 232, which is sectoral tariff, is not part of the BTA.
Help us understand, sir. Minister Goel mentioned that India will reduce tariff on some of the industrial goods in return, the US industrial goods in return. As a representative who thinks of the welfare of, the Indian engineering manufacturers, are you concerned about these, like high-tech US, machinery entering the Indian market?
I think it's good for us. If we can get high tech machinery, we can get now in the cars, I believe it's 3000 cc and above. Uh, I don't think we make cars of above 3000 cc. So the fact is that whatever we are allowing is something which we are either not manufacturing at all, or something that high end equipment or medical devices is something which we need. So it's not something, it's, I would say, complementary to us. If we want to get into high end manufacturing, we need to have high end machinery. And if high end machinery can come, and we want to be a top healthcare provider and high end medical devices come, I don't think it's a problem. It's actually a good thing for us. So we shouldn't be worried about it. Our MSMEs are not going to be having any negative impact because of high end machinery coming or high end medical devices coming. So I don't think that should be a problem at all.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us and giving your inputs on this.
Thank you.